Hello everybody and welcome to the show. Today we are making Swedish meatballs from Ikea. Ikea recipe right there. You can pause it and check it out. I'll also put a link in the description below. We are going to take a medium onion, but first we're going to show you we're using an Ikea plate. We're making an Ikea plate on an Ikea plate. That's pretty cool. So we are going to finely chop this onion. In this case we're using a grater. So we grated it and you can see all that liquid from that onion. We want to get rid of that, so dump that out. Use a paper towel, dry it up as much as you can, and then we're going to spread them out and then add some salt as well, just for a couple pinches of salt for like 5 minutes, and that'll absorb a lot of that moisture. So ground chuck 1.1 pounds, ground pork 0.55 pounds. I went ahead and did the measurements translation from metric to standard because we're the only country that still uses standard. So it is what it is. So we add our one onion finely chopped to our mixture that we just mixed up a little bit, and then we're going to add 1 clove of minced garlic, or 1 squeeze of minced garlic. We're going to add 3.5 ounces of breadcrumbs, and we're going to add 1 egg. So I doubt you saw this, so I'm going to slow this down a little bit. Follow the red circle. Yes, the egg got crazy and squirted all over the place. Unreal. So now we got to clean up the mess. Oh well, what are you going to do? And we're going to move on to our 5 tablespoons of whole milk. Look at this. I can't even concentrate now after the egg released. I'm thinking about this stupid egg, and now I can't even pour milk. So now we got to clean up our second mess. So don't cry over spilt milk. That's okay. We won't. We're going to clean it up. And 5 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we need one more. And there's 5. There you go. So 5 tablespoons. Add salt and pepper to taste. And salt, pepper. And now we mix it up really, really good. My hands are clean. You can use gloves if you like, but I cleaned them up. So here we go. Speed it up for you. All right, we mixed that up really good, and we take our pan sheet, and you can either spray on some oil or use parchment paper, and we are going to move on to the next step, which is shape into small round balls and store in the fridge covered for 2 hours. So again, I use a little medium-sized ice cream scoop. Seems to work, but use whatever you like. We'll go ahead and speed this up too. You just want to make sure they're pretty much the same size. They don't have to be perfect though. Looking good. So hey, if you guys like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you see our future videos. All right, boom, on to the Blackstone. So we have this on a medium heat, and we want to put down quite a bit of oil because this is typically cooked in a frying pan, but no need to. We can shallow fry this. So you want to get that medium heat, spread out that oil all over the Blackstone, and then we are going to gently add our balls and brown on all sides. That's right. Here we go. Speed it up again. You want to gently place your balls down so you do not break them. All right, balls are looking great. They're starting to sizzle. And we've got our lines nice and straight, and that's it. After about 2 minutes or so, you want to start turning them to check them. And we're just cooking the outside. We're just browning the outside. I like them a little more than just browned. I like them a little bit crispier. So I'm looking for darker than what you see. Now on the other side, you see they're darker because I had the other side up a little bit higher. So I start moving the balls around to make sure they are getting cooked on the outside the same all around. So, you know, just move them over left and right, whatever. Griddle management. You've seen me do it 1,000 times. And that's it. So here I am playing with the balls. Sorry guys. The eggs got me all worked up. What can I tell you? Alright, so we're going to move these around a little bit and get them cooked evenly on all sides. Again, the inside is not going to be cooked. Don't worry about that, because once we're done with this, we're going to cook them some more inside the oven. So, move them around, brown them up, have fun. They're looking good, just about finished. And you can see the nice crispy on the outside. That is exactly what I was looking for right there. That's part of the presentation, part of the texture. It's just going to make everything that much better. Looking good, so we will take them off and put them on our sheet pan. So I changed out the tin foil for some parchment paper. Alright, next step. After brown, add to an oven-proof pan, cover and cook in a 350 degree Fahrenheit preheated oven for 30 minutes. So while those are cooking, I decide to go ahead and clean up this griddle a little bit. It literally takes me about 20 seconds to just scrape that stuff off, and look how quick it is. Look how effortless this is. Alright, next up we take our cast iron skillet. It's a 12-inch cast iron skillet, and we're preheating this oven. I love this lid. This Blackstone oven. I cover it and let it get nice and hot. I would say medium-high heat. And after about 4 or 5 minutes, you can see there's some steam coming off of there. It is ready to go. And we are going to start off by adding some butter. So we have some unsalted butter there. And melt 3 tablespoons of butter and whisk in 3 tablespoons of flour. Cook 2 to 3 minutes. We're basically going to cook off that flour, get that raw taste out of there. This is basic ingredients for any kind of roux that you're going to do for any kind of gravy. And half flour, half fat. In this case, the fat is the butter. And you're just going to whisk that up really good, and just keep sitting there for 2 to 3 minutes until that flour, there's no lumps in it, and it's kind of turning a little bit of a color, and that will get that cook that raw flavor out of there. So then from there, we're going to add 10 ounces of beef broth and continue to stir. Same thing here, just kind of mix it in there, combine, get those lumps out, get everything combined together so it's one consistent looking liquid. This in any kind of gravy, folks, is when you're making gravy, this is the most boring, most tedious thing, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. It tastes so much better. All right, next up, add 5 ounces of heavy whipping cream and stir. So this is going to give us that creamy texture, that rich gravy. That's where this is coming from, this heavy whipping cream. So we just keep stirring that in. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of soy sauce and 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. So I kind of eyeball it there, as you see. It's kind of hard to put Dijon in the teaspoon and dump it. I just figured just squeeze it in there, And then we're going to bring this to a simmer and allow to thicken. This is the part where patience requires a little bit of patience. Again, this probably took me about 20-25 minutes to make this gravy. Alright, as you can see, it is thick. It looks beautiful. I did taste it. It tastes great, and it is ready to go. Looking delicious. So, meatballs are done half an hour later. So the insides are cooked. The outsides look phenomenal. It is time to get these in the pool. So we mix that gravy one more time because it will thicken up and it gets a little film on the top. No big deal. Just keep mixing it. And we're going to add our meatballs one by one. Just plop them down in there very gently. They're all cooked, but you still want to make sure that they don't break up or anything like that. So get them all in there, and then look at that, they fit perfectly. And then from there, we're just gonna kind of like drizzle a little gravy on top. This is all presentation stuff, really, just to make it look good. So you don't want to cover them all up because you want to show some of those brown marks that when we blackened them or when we crisped them up on the Blackstone. And then from there, we're gonna add some freshly chopped parsley fresh chopped parsley. Just sprinkle that in, not too much. Less is more sometimes. And then finally some black cracked, wow. Man, I can't think straight. Some black cracked pepper. There you go. Look at that. That looks absolutely delicious. Wow. I mean, it came out. I gotta be honest. I like Ikea's meatballs. These were better. I don't know if it's because I made them myself. I followed the recipe to a T. But man, these came out really, really good. I suggest you try it out. A lot of fun to cook on the Blackstone. Let me tell you, you can cook all those meatballs in one shot. Don't have to worry about switching out a frying pan. So time to give it a taste. So there I am. I pull one out, soak it up with that gravy, give it a little close up. You can see that steam coming off of there. And I should have let it cool down because watch this. Still thinking about that stupid egg bit, and oh my god, that is so. I gotta get off camera. That's it. I had to redo it. I decided, okay, dummy, take them off, let them cool down, actually cut it in half, blow on it, cool it down, do what you gotta do, and make it happen. Everybody, thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, and we'll keep on cooking. Big Cat out.